Nothing like trying to record a podcast again after you nailed it the first time, but then you realize your mic was unplugged the whole time. Yeah, technology. It's either a savior or it's a killer. But most importantly today, competition. How do you feel about competition? There's a good side to it. There's a bad side to it. We could either learn from it and grow and come up with new achievements, new innovations, new technology, constantly something new, and embrace competition and, grow from it, be a better person. Or we could succumb and sit there and, roll up in their little ball and cry and die away and quit our business or whatever we are doing. And that could be it. So sometimes competition could be bad, could be good. The reason I bring it up, but before that, more importantly, this episode is brought to you by our sponsor, Nux. That's mynux.com, men's 3-in-1 refresher spray for your armpits, your undercarriage, your sports equipment, you name it. You want to smell good, you want to not be sticky all day, then be sure to check out Nux. It's mynux.com, KNUCKS, mynux.com, and they have no aluminum ingredients. Can't top that. Well, and anybody else out there, we are, if you're interested in being a sponsor of the show, and our show runs across YouTube, Facebook, all the different podcast platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, you name it, as well as our sports show that's under our PodRiver media network. And we're working on some other shows as well. Be sure to reach out to us, info@boss2boss.com. That's info@boss2boss.com. Back to it. Competition. The reason I this has been on my mind, and the reason I bring it up today specifically, is because the main business that I run, obviously, the Boss to Boss podcast is my passion project. I love it. But Hodgepodge is my baby that I'm growing as well, and it's 2 years strong now that we've been doing it. It's a junk removal, decluttering, moving company where we're going green with everything. We're making sure your items that you're moving, getting rid of, is not going to pollute the environment. We're keeping it to a minimum. What gets disposed, we're recycling, repurposing, donating, getting it to the right hands, to the right charities that could reuse your items. And with that, naturally, anything you do, doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter if you're McDonald's and you're looking at Taco Bell or Wendy's, if you're Facebook, you're looking at Snapchat, you're looking at Google, you name it, Twitagra. Yeah, anyways, ignore me. But with competition, you're going to look, you're going to look, whatever business you're doing, whatever you're doing, you're going to look at what you're a photographer, you're going to look at other photographers, you're going to check out their work. So for me, one of the big competitors, though I don't like to say that they're a direct competitor, because Hodgepodge is an environmental company. We're not just a junk removal company, but 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Naturally, we cross paths all the time. And in Chicago, especially, though they're a much bigger company, they're across, the whole U.S. We've definitely taken, an aim at their market share. We have, what we say we're going to do, we do. We have a whole warehouse backed up to it. We show everything on Facebook. We show videos, pictures. We have receipts. We're accountable for the items that we remove, that we repurpose, that we save, that doesn't go into the landfills, the waste stream. And naturally, I've always paid attention to them. So when we started up the business 2 years ago, I don't think they had like a single mention about recycling, or just, not really much effort there whatsoever. It wasn't as big of a thing, I guess, yet, for them maybe. So most people always assumed that they just throw everything out. About a year ago, I checked in with them again, browsed to their website, saw what's up, and I noticed that they started incorporating that. They try to keep as many things as possible out of the landfills, so that they do try to repurpose and recycle. They try to recycle things as much as possible. It was very vague. That's pretty much all it said, but it was there. So I knew that, okay, they're starting to take notice. I don't know if it's of us, if it's of other competition, if it's just, the trend out there. it is a problem. Landfills are a problem. China's not taking our garbage. They're not here to save us anymore. And but that part doesn't matter because these landfills are getting, overfilled, and toxins that are coming out, the space it's taking up, it's all going towards the atmosphere. It's going towards global warming. Believe it or not, like, things are happening. Even if you don't believe it, things are happening out there. And what essentially is going on is that with these things happening, 1-800-GOT-JUNK is taking notice. It's something that we started up this business for because we are trying to keep things out of the waste stream. We want to make you feel good about what you're doing, about the items you're getting rid of. And yes, we are a premium company, so sometimes you might pay a little bit more, but that's the whole purpose. We are going extra mile. We're making sure that your impact matters. And it's going to matter for everybody else down the road, your children's children, that they could still have a, healthy earth to live on. And now I checked out Got Junk's 1-800-GOT-JUNK's website just like 2 days ago. And guess what? They have almost word for word their description about what they do with their items, what we've been having on our website, on our brochures, on our flyers for about 2 years now. They say that they try to do their best to keep it all out of the landfills. They repurpose or resell the items. They donate whatever else is there, and then they recycle anything else. Almost word for word, couple small changes about what we have with Hodgepodge, and it just blows my mind. It's crazy. So you can take this in one of many ways. One way, there's a global phenomena going on, and they just they obviously are a huge company. They have a lot of people working for them. They have a great marketing team, and somebody came up with the exact same idea we had. That's one way to look at it. Two is that there are other companies out there in the US that maybe are doing similar things like us. Not that I really know of any. So maybe they, felt the competition, or they felt it directly here in Chicago. I know one time I was at a networking event and I was presenting, I was speaking, and I talked about, what we do, how we make a difference. And there is a chance that maybe the couple, it was a couple managers, I believe, from like the company that were there, 1-800-GOT-JUNK, maybe they brought it up the ladder. Maybe they brought it up to the company. I don't know. Maybe they just felt that, in Chicago, we have a huge presence now. We're ranked one of the top companies on Yelp. We're up there, and maybe they just felt our presence. They felt, what we're doing, we're making a difference, and they felt that and heard about it. And maybe they just saw what we are doing and kind of copied it. I don't know. I'm not going to, come to any conclusions because I don't know what's the right way, what isn't the right way, who did what. Maybe they had this part of their plan all along. Either way, I could be here and I could sob about this. I could kind of take this and let it kill me and maybe quit the business, maybe say, feel like, oh, it's like David and Goliath all over again, right? Except the opposite here, because, they're just trying to push out the little guys and steal the competition and do what we do, and then just, use their money and their leverage to push us out. But we're not, because why? This is good. This is healthy. This shows that we're being noticed. This shows that what we're doing here, and we're not just a junk removal company, we're an environmental company. We're here to make a difference with the environment through your junk, through your quote unquote junk, or just your goods. And this is going to, light a fire under us, because we know that what we're doing, we're doing something right. We're making a difference. And there's a lot of other companies popping up out there that, are trying to donate things and save things and items and get them to other people. So we're doing something right. And we've been doing it for a little while now, and we know what we're doing, and we're getting the system down and better. And it's good. It's healthy. It's going to make us, concentrate even more on what we're doing and focus on making things even more efficient and better. And yeah, you know what? I hope they contact us one day. I hope they do, and I hope they want to talk about something. Maybe they want to talk about business, but that'd be exciting, because I'm just curious to hear what they value us, as what they see in us. Because sorry, we are growing. We're still a younger company. We're still technically a startup, But we are here, and we are here for the staying, and we are here for the long run. That's for sure. We're not going anywhere. We're here to make a difference. I came here to America, and I knew the importance of reusing things. I knew the importance of sorry, of using other people's goods. There's so many things out there that are thrown out that are still amazing that we could keep out of the landfill and the waste stream. And it's just such a passionate thing for me. And any little part that we play, it adds up to a bigger whole. Because if we all do it, at the end of the day, if people replicate it, it's a win. It's a win. Maybe we're not reaping all the benefits, but if you're just trying to reap all the benefits, you're in it all for the wrong reasons anyway. It's the kind of legacy you leave behind. It's the kind of change that you're provoking, and hopefully this change is for the better, not just with what we are doing, but hopefully the circle spreads and other people see what we're doing, and they support it, and they support us, and in turn make a difference, whether they have a choice to throwing something out or somehow giving it away and reusing it. They make that one choice, which that one choice could, it's like paying it forward. Hopefully it keeps passing along, and it makes a difference. So that's my take on competition, and it's my take on, feeling threatened, feeling a certain level of, I guess, a threat, just feeling that, there is some insecurity, and you can take it and lose it and just completely be done and get depressed, or you can take this and revamp, know that you need to keep coming up with new ideas, what you're doing is right, and keep it going and go 100 and just keep on crushing it. That's right. Miro, we slow here. Boss to Boss podcast. If you love what you're hearing, loving the interviews, please leave us some reviews on iTunes. It truly means a lot. Check out our Facebook group, Boss to Boss Community. We'd love to hear more from you and hear more what you're doing. And if you're interested in being part of our podcast network, looking for some help with your podcast, want to get one started, be sure to contact us, reach out to us, message us, info@boss2boss.com. We'd love to help you. We'd love to help you get started. We love talking podcasts and doing everything podcasts. So rants and recaps, Miro, we slow, crush the rest of your week. We out. Peace.
That is all for this episode of Boss to Boss. Your next step is to visit boss2boss.com, where you will find proven techniques followed by professionals to help you make that next step. Again, that is boss2boss.com. And remember, the time is now.